On today's show, you're going to need a hat, some paper cups, a bottle of water, an egg, salt, and a white paper napkin. Get ready to have some fun. Hey everyone, welcome to Spellz. I'm Bridget Hall, and today's show is all about sensational stunts.
Bridget, what are you doing?
I'm performing a sensational stunt.
Oh, what a coincidence. Because on today's show, we're going to teach you how to perform some sensational stunts using stuff you'll find around your very own house.
Sounds good. So let's make some magic. Da 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 da.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bridget Hall, very nice. I didn't know you could dance. Beautiful. I love this. This looks like one of those really old ones.
Yeah, it was my grandpa's actually.
Oh, it's cool. So you've had magic and performing in your family forever. This actually reminds me of an old trick they used to do.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, what they'd do is they'd actually say, oh, hey, is this waterproof? And while people were juggling, they'd pour water. No, I'm not gonna actually do it.
Okay.
Well, I'll show you.
Okay.
They'd pour water into this borrowed hat, of course, which no one wants. But what they would do is when no one was looking, they'd sneak a little paper cup inside the hat.
Okay.
They have it down inside the hat, so that way when they pour the water in, of course, it'd go into the cup, whatever.
Right. Yeah.
Now, but a real magician, really, when you think about it, wouldn't need the cup. A real magician wouldn't even need the cup in the hat. You could take the cup right out of the hat and then just pour the water. No, trust me. I told you, a real magician would be able to pour water right down into Grandpa's hat. Whoa, Looks pretty upsetting in there, huh? Don't worry. I said trust me. I said trust. Look. Because I can gather up all the water back inside the cup. Watch. I put the cup inside the hat. Just wave my hand. And believe it or not, every drop of water went right back inside. Every drop inside the cup. I think Grandpa wouldn't be upset.
Thanks. Thank you.
This is how you do it. First thing you need, a very talented co-host who can sing and dance.
Thank you.
Along with that, you're gonna need a hat, bottle of water, and a paper cup. No, it's not a paper cup, it's 2 paper cups.
Okay.
Now, this paper cut, what I did is I got a pair of safety scissors and cut the little lip off the top of that. This paper cup, hello, there's a hole in the bottom.
Okay.
Okay? Now notice if I put this one inside this one, it looks exactly like just one paper cup, right? But they're nested. This is called a shell. That's the magician's term for it, okay? So, you say, hey, you talk that old story. Hey, I remember there was some old trick where they would say, I'm gonna pour water into your hat, but what they do is they put the paper cup inside. So I put both paper cups inside, okay? And then I say, but a real magician wouldn't need a paper cup. And I reach in and apparently remove the cup, but what I do is I pull out the cup with a hole, leaving the shell inside.
Okay.
I have to make sure I don't show this though, so I hold it like that and I put it off to the side. And say, trust me, I'm a real magician, and I pour water, and the water actually is going right inside the shell.
Okay.
So to finish now, all I have to do is say, don't worry, I'm gonna gather up the water inside the cup. Put it down inside, and it goes down, and all the water goes right back up inside. Pick it up like that. They can see there's no water in the hat. And the best thing about this trick is it finishes with a little drink. I'm good. I'm good.
Check out this photo I did on the computer.
Hey, that's nice. Reminds me of the famous photo of fairies taken by Elsie Wright and Francis Griffith.
Wait, they took photos of actual fairies? How come I haven't heard about this?
Well, this happened almost 100 years ago. In 1920, Elsie and Francis pulled off a sensational stunt using only a camera and some paper cutouts. The two cousins claimed to have seen fairies at a nearby stream, and Elsie borrowed her dad's camera to take pictures of them. Then later, when her dad developed the pictures, he was sure they were fakes, but made a few prints to show his wife and friends. They thought the pictures were real, and suddenly, fairy fever was spreading through the town. The newspapers heard of it and began to write stories about the girls and the fairies they discovered.
Okay, last time I checked, there's no such thing as fairies.
And these were not real fairies either. They were actually cutouts from a children's book. But still, they fooled a lot of people.
This is so cool.
You want to give it a try?
Yeah, sure.
It is not easy to do. Takes years of practice to be able to stand up an egg on a table like that. Now, the one thing you need is an egg. Do you got an egg?
No.
No? Well, there you go. Little
Thank you.
sacrifice for you. Let's give it a shot there.
Okay.
Try again.
Okay. Okay, how do you do this one?
I'm not telling. Here's how you do it. You need 3 white things. First thing you need is a white egg. Second thing you need is a white tablecloth, or you could use a white paper napkin. The third white thing you need, salt. That's the trick, salt.
Okay.
Now, this takes a little bit of setup, but this is the kind of thing you do when you're at a dinner table and maybe while other people are talking or when you have a moment when no one's looking at you, grab the salt shaker and shake a little salt on the table, okay? Just a little bit of salt on the table, then get rid of that salt shaker. You should find that you'll be able to take the egg, and because of the little pile of salt, people can't see it very clearly because it's white and the napkin's white, but you can actually take an egg and balance it right on top of the salt.
Very tricky.
And if you want to be super tricky, when no one's looking, you just bend down and you blow, and you can actually blow away most of the salt. So by the time someone looks over, you go, hey, look, I balanced the egg, and people go, hey, let me try that. And that's when you pick up the egg, give a little brush off the end, and a little salt falls to the table, you give it to them, and of course, your mom or your dad or your sister or brother will spend the next half an hour trying to make that darn egg stand up. Want to know a secret? Sometimes I get a little nervous before a show. I do. It's just part of being a performer. Everybody gets nervous. Don't worry about it. Just show them your tricks and have fun. Must be pretty dull being a plant. I mean, they never really do anything, do they?
Actually, there are some plants that do some pretty amazing things. Have you ever heard of the Venus flytrap?
Sounds familiar. Can you please remind us about it?
Sure. The Venus flytrap can pull off one of the most sensational plant stunts in the world.
Really? What does it do?
A lot of plants get eaten by insects, but the Venus flytrap turns the tables and eats them instead. What this amazing plant does is it actually invites a fly to stop by. You see, the Venus flytrap waits for insect visitors with its leaves spread open, and when a fly happens by and touches one of the hairs on the plant's leaves, the Venus flytrap then snaps its jaws shut and captures the fly. After the plant has digested the fly, its leaves reopen, and this sensational plant waits for another fly to drop by.
Wow. They say time flies when you're having fun, but I guess with a Venus flytrap, time is fun when you're having flies. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Jay, what's up with that key and the string? Well, actually, that key and string have been together for a long, long time. They're basically old friends. So much so that I should be able to do some pretty strange things with them too, and working them together like dancers. Look, came right off, and if I want, I can take the string and just hit it against the key, and just like that, the key melts right back onto the string.
Thanks for joining us today. I had tons of fun.
I did too. Hey, Bridge, where to next?
How about Florida?
Sounds good to me. See you next time on Spellz.
It's a 5-cent bunny.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll throw it over there, then I come back and scar. When